Hi everybody, welcome. Mick Coxage again, talking all things books and paperbacks and whatever else I can ramble on about in the time I've captured you on this little snippet of YouTube. Today I'm going to talk and go through a very small collection of books by John Spencer and Co. They were under the colophon of Badger, and most people who collect books know that Badger books are highly collectible, easy to find, some of them not so much. So I could go through all the supernatural titles, I could go through all the science fiction titles and the westerns and the war, and there's hundreds and hundreds of them, and there's not enough time in the day, to be honest, to talk about all of them, as great as they are. So supernatural books, I need, out of the, I think it was 100, I think I got 108 were produced, published by John Spencer, and I need 10 to make the complete set. And then you've got the sci-fi books, which again I think were 116 books in total, something around there, and I need 11 for the set. And that's been an ongoing struggle for a few years, quite a few years, trying to find these books. They do pop up, they're still out there now on eBay, but they're so pricey. So I'm very selective in how much I pay, and they're very, very tough. So like I say, I'm nearly at the end of my collections on both, and you usually find that when you collect books, you get the main bulk of the series very quickly, and then you start finding difficulties in finding the really rare stuff. But they're great to collect, and I love them. So yeah, Badger books today. I am going to go through just a small segment of that with the spy, crime and mystery, the books that they produced in very small little runs, but they're very interesting, great artwork, and yeah, I'm going to talk about them today, and hopefully a bit of an insight into what the sort of offshoots of the main supernatural and sci-fi they were producing, the westerns. They were doing these little offshoots, and they're great books. So I thought, why not? Let's do that today. So it's Badger Books by John Spencer and Co. Spy, crime and mystery. Not too many books, got a few gaps, but one day I might have the whole set, you never know. Anyway, here we go. Badger Books. Hello. Well, here we go. Badger Books Spy Series. A grand total of 6 books, sort of mid-60s, starting in 65, by John Spencer and Co. And they were publishing these Badger books around this time. And very nice they are too. Not too difficult to find. If you were out and about today, you probably wouldn't find one in a charity shop. But if at the odd bookshop here and there, you might pick one up in the sort of vintage paperbacks. But usually eBay would be your go-to. And they're not too difficult to find. 1 or 2 titles are a little bit tough, but you can pretty much complete the set probably within a few months, if you're a bit lucky. But they're lovely books, and I'm going to go through them today. So all of these 6 books were all, so I don't keep repeating myself, all of these 6 books were all written by Manning K. Robertson, which was Stephen Glaspie. That was a pseudonym he used, Manning K. Robertson. And all the artwork on all 6 books is also by Henry Fox on every one. And they are lovely bits of artwork. Some are okay, but they're just typical Henry Fox. And you'll get to know his style. He loves to draw usually the dodgy gentleman, gangster or criminal with a green sort of hue to his face. And then the ladies are always very, very, generally, always very well drawn. Depends if he was rushed, I think. If his tea was ready, I think he used to rush his artwork a bit. But I love Henry Fox's artwork. It's brilliant stuff. So here's a spy series. We'll start with number 1, SP1, Seek and Destroy. Beautiful artwork. Published in April 1965. And you've got to think, around that time, you had the westerns where they were very popular, and the sci-fi was very popular in the sort of 50s. And when you get to the 60s, it's all about James Bond and it's all about spies and deceit and all that sort of stuff. And I think just John Spencer and co just literally thought, right, let's do a spy series. And yeah, so Steve Carradine was the main sort of protagonist in a lot of these books, and yeah, and Steve Glaspie obviously realised that that's what I'm going to write about, and he done a pretty decent job. So let's go through the 6. This is SP1, very nice indeed. Spine's looking pretty decent, SP1. And on the back, again, Seek and Destroy. Really nicely set out with the lady again by Mr. Fox. And a pistol. And there's the John Spencer and Co. at the bottom. On to number SP2. The Secret Enemy. Again, beautiful artwork by Mr. Fox. There's his signature just at the bottom by her left leg. H. Fox. Really nice. Really good condition book as well, this one. I was very lucky to get this in the condition it's in. This is from 1966, so I would imagine quite an early 66. SP2. Very nice. You know exactly what you're going to get when you buy that book. The Secret Enemy. Wonderful. Now, you'll notice that the last two had the normal Badger colophon. This is the change. The colophon has changed to this sort of wacky 60s far out. Yeah, it's all gone a bit weird. But anyway, some people quite like it. I don't particularly. I prefer the old colophon. But yeah, Blueprint for Destruction. Again, Henry Fox artwork from August 1966. And there's the Henry Fox green face. There's a signature next to her. Under her hair. Again, a thrilling spy novel set against the intrigues and conflicts of present-day America. Gun on the front. This one's got Australia at the bottom here. But yeah, it's a nice looking book, well drawn by Henry Fox as usual. And on the back, really well set out, eye catching. Again, it's the Carradine is the protagonist involved in all of these, and it's not a bad looking book. It's got some chipping on the spine. SP3, Blueprint for Destruction. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And there we go. This is on to SP4. I'd like to get a better copy of this if I could one day. It's got that Night Books sticker at the top. Night Passage to Kano. Beautiful artwork again by Mr. Fox. You can just see on the edge there. Yeah, really beautiful book. Again, you know exactly what you're getting with this spy series. Typical thing around that time. This is from May 67. So they were producing sort of 2 a year in this particular series. And they must have sold pretty well up to a point. Again, Henry Fox artwork. And I just need to update my... Yeah, it's got a bit of wear on that cover there. Night Passage to Kano. SP4. Very nice. Right, just 2 to go. Nice quick segment. There is a Pattern for Survival with that new colophon. State Secret File. Manning K. Robertson. Got a horrible 25p sticker at the bottom there. There's Henry Fox, just that signature above the pistol. Not his most wonderful looking female I've ever seen. I don't know what's going on there. I think that was the one day when his tea was ready and he had to leave quickly. Apart from that, it's a well set out bit of artwork really, with the flash going off, and yeah, really nice. And that is Spy Book number 5 from 1967. Not the best in the series, but this one's in particularly good shape. SP5, and on the back, again, really well set out and would entice you to buy. Steve Carradine again is the crime or the spy involved, and yeah, nice looking book. Just not quite sure about the lady, not quite right. but not bad. And the last one, but no least, 12 Hours to Destiny. Obviously very much of a China, somewhere well hidden inside communist China with a secret. And yeah, brilliant artwork again by Mr. Fox, and there's his signature there, Mr. H. Fox. Really, really nice. Date on this one, we're going into we're still in 67, and yeah, it's a really nice looking book. Again, mine's in good shape. I think I've upgraded this. I have quite a poor copy. But this is SP6, 12 Hours to Destiny by Manning K. Robertson. Again, a horrible 25p sticker over the 2 and 6, but hey, it is what it is. So there it is. That's the end of the Spy series. Now we're going to go delve into the crime series. Just a few more in that little series, but with a few little gaps. But yeah, let's go to crime. If you can't be a spy, let's do crime. Right, moving swiftly on. It is the crime series by Badger Books. There's that, the original colophon there. Very nice indeed. A little bit tougher, this one. There's 13 books in this particular run of the crime series. I own 10, so I'm missing 3 of them. These are quite tough to find, especially in decent nick as well. So as we go through them, you'll see there's some different variants in grade, but I'm just really pleased that I've got the 10 that I've got, because they are, again, brilliant books, different artists, and I'll go through as much as I can and remember what I can for the artists and stuff. But yeah, let's go for the crime series now with Murder Be My Mistress by Max Storm. So this is number 2, and this is October 1958, and the artwork's by Ed Blanford, and really nice artwork that is as well. That's really nice. And Max Storm was a pseudonym used by Sidney J. Bounds. So when you come in, my copy's not the best. It's okay, but that is very nice artwork by Ed Blanford. And again on the back, you get that. It's just so good how it's set out, and how it really does bring you in with some just terrific, the way it's all set out and the way it's drawn. Again, John Spencer and Co at the bottom, Badger Books, and this is their crime series, and this is number 2, Murder Be My Mistress. Very nice. This copy could do with an upgrade, but I bought it, I needed it. I thought, well, it's fairly cheap for its condition, and I'll wait probably years to get a book in better condition than this, but I was happy with what I got. Horrible 1 and 6. I mean, who would write 1 and 6 on there if you're trying to sell a book? I mean, come on. It's got some creases on it, but what a piece of artwork. And this one's called The Tight Corner. This is number 4 in the series, so you can tell already I'm missing 1 and 3. September 1959. Artworks by RWS, which is Ronald W. Smethurst, and it is extremely lovely. Girl's been brilliantly drawn. Very, you've got the crime going on here, where she's obviously been attacked at some point by this horrible gentleman down the bottom here. Taut and powerful in suspense, set against the Louisiana Bayou country. Yeah, that's just brilliant for me. What a really nice looking book. I just wish I had a better condition copy, but sometimes in life you just take what you get. Hopefully one day I'll get a little improvement, but yeah, there's the back cover there. And a nice red spine on Crime Series 4, The Tight Corner by Sam Ross. Here's quite a famous author, Brett Halliday. Anyone who knows their sort of crime thrillers knows that particular name. Obviously, it was a pseudonym used by Davies Dresser. And Death Has 3 Lives. Really nice artwork. Again by Ronald W. Smethurst. And you can just see the signature just down the bottom there. Smethurst. Really well drawn. The man looks dodgy. the girl looks absolutely great, really well painted, and not in great condition again. I've got that crease, bit of a reader crease going on, but I'm very happy. Still got that lovely Badger book colophon at the top, which is always nice to see, and there's the back cover, just stunning, really. And these books are tough. So when you do see a crime series Badger book, whip your pound out or whatever they're going to charge you. There's some of them will go for quite big money, and buy them because they're worth every penny. Right, that one was number 5, and now we're going to be on to I do believe number 6 in the series by Lewis Clay. It was originally published by Pyramid Books in '55 with the same cover art, and that is by Rudy Nappy. I'm a big favourite of Rudy Nappy. He's a great artist, and you can tell here the artwork. That painting is lovely. Got that horrible sticker tear on it, but this is one of the tough ones. You don't see this too often. Still got the original colophon, that nice colophon. This is March 1960, and it's beautiful. And then on the back, again, you've got that artwork being used again, and really nice it is too. Back to a yellow spine, crime series number 6. So I could just get it in shot, just about. There you go. Yeah, just a few to go. On to The Big Frame by J.K. Baxter. Now that is good art. You've got to admit that's good art. That's by Bernard Barton, done that artwork in June 1960. Well, this is the Badger book, come out in June 1960 by J.K. Baxter. It was originally an Ace book cover from 1956. Used that particular artwork, and that's really stunning artwork, really lovely. The girl looks fantastic, and you can just, the whole book just says buy me. Get your 2 shillings out and buy me. And yeah, lovely looking book. Mine's in pretty decent shape. Got just some creasing on the spine a little bit, and on the back they slightly changed tack now. The artwork's disappeared, and they've gone for the sort of bold type synopsis on the back. Yeah, John Spencer and Co. The Big Frame, and this is number 8 in the series. You can't see that at all, but it is number 8. The Big Frame. The Payoff, J.C. Barton. This one, I don't know the artist on this, but a really nice bit of art. Whoever drew that, whoever painted that, knew what they were doing. That's got intrigue and crime written all over it. There's a dead woman on the floor. Well, I think, she's sleeping, I don't know. But yeah, there's that Badger book colophon into the concrete jungle of New York's underworld. Again, a few creases. You've got that horrible 20p at the top. I don't think I paid 20p for it. Quite a tough one. Quite a tough one to find. And J.C. Barton was a pseudonym used by E.C. Tubb. Very famous author, E.C. Tubb. And again, the back, they've gone for sort of more of a plain look. And I've got that horrible coffee stain on the back there, which doesn't look too good. But hey-ho. Rackets Incorporated. This one's a little tough one. Yeah, this one's quite difficult to find. This one's in actually really good shape as well, by A.D. Brent. Yeah, it took me a little while to track this one down. From October 1960, A.D. Brent was a pseudonym used by John Glasby. So, yeah, very nice piece of art as well there. Not sure who the artist is. Rudy Nappy. And Rudy Nappy really knows how to draw everything, really, from the female form to the male form, and captures a really piece of good intrigue there. Another smash hit by one of today's foremost American thriller writers, A.D. Brent, which was Britain's John Glasby. John Stephen Glasby. Anyway, nice book. This is Crime Series number 10, Rackets Incorporated. Very nice. And on the back, yeah, just a plain cover again, really. Not much going on there. On to Savage City by AJ Marak. This name pops up quite a lot in the Badger series, either in supernatural or sci-fi, and in some of the mystery stuff as well. Again, it's a John S. Glasby pseudonym, AJ Marak. The Savage City. Really, really good artwork, really tasty artwork there. You've got the knife in the foreground, and the blonde girl's thinking, ooh, that's quite sharp. Don't want that one coming near me. Yeah, it was used on a, I think it was an Avon book cover called Cry Killer, back in, I don't know when that came out now, was that 1956 or something? But this is the Badger book version using that particular artwork, The Savage City. Cover art's by Raymond Johnson as well on the original book, and John Spencer and Co. obviously picked up the rights to use it, and brilliant artwork it is as well. Really nice. The girls, the ladies' eyes look terrified. Beautifully drawn by Raymond Johnson. And on the back, they've upped their game a little bit, Badger, with some really eye-catching back cover artwork there. Yeah, crime series number 11, The Savage City. Just 2 to go from the 10 that I own. The Corrupt Ones by J.C. Barton. Again, the artwork is pretty good. This is October 1961. Cover art's by John H. Fay. So October 1961. Crime series is number 12. Still got the lovely Badger colophon at the top. My copy's pretty good, and that is a superb bit of artwork. Absolutely brilliant. You see the guy on the floor there on the rug, and it's just, it captures you. It does exactly what it's supposed to do, which is to make you buy it. And they return to that pink hue artwork on the back. The Corrupt Ones. And this is crime series number 12. And lastly, but not leastly, nice looking book this, The Setup by J.K. Baxter. Really nice. This is the last in the series. This is number 13 from January 1962. So this is the last one in the crime series. Artwork wise, I'd probably go for Henry Fox. It's not been signed. I'd probably have to go to some reference books to try and give you the artist, but I think that's Henry Fox, I'm pretty sure. And that's really nice. It's a shame really, this was the last one, number 13 in the crime series. CS13, The Setup, J.K. Baxter. Just a bit of a plain back cover, but not bad, not bad. So again, I need 3 for the set, and one day. Hello, it's the third segment on Badgers today. So we've done the Spy, where they're not too hard to find. They're out there. Tough, but you can get them. And then we went on to the Crime, which is a little bit harder to find, from the sort of earlier 60s. And then we're going to go into the 50s now. So we've gone back in reverse really. And this is this mystery series number 1. There was 5 editions in this particular series, and I only own these 2 here. But very pleased I am to own them. Both of them have got the artwork by Ray Theobald. As you can see on the left, the lady's not so great, but on the right, he redeems himself with a stunning looking blonde gangster's mole. Anyway, let's do a Gunman Close Behind first. So this is number 2. Gunman Close Behind is number 2 in the series. Artwork by Ray Theobald. This is from November 1956. And Mike Lantry was a pseudonym used by A.A. Glynn. And a nice bit of artwork by Ray. But again, the lady, not the best. But he certainly knows how to draw or paint gentlemen of a certain character. He's very good at that. And very nice it is too. The backs of these aren't too exciting. Not as exciting as the fronts. A Gunman Close Behind, Mike Lantry. yeah, very plain synopsis with John Spencer at the bottom there. Just really, really lovely looking books. I've got 2 out of the 5, and I'm happy, because I know the other 3 are out there, and I will stumble on them one day. Who knows? And then number 3 in the series, Blood on My Shadow. This one's in much better shape. You can tell that the number 2 in the series has got some creases, and there's like an old sticker label on the behind there. This one's in much better shape. A few little creases here and there, but really nice. AJ Marak, obviously that's John S. Glaspie. Ray Theobald artwork. She's looking pretty good. They're breaking into the safe. What a wonderful book. No change really on the back. Pick up, order was out. Get Johnny Marak, dead or alive. And there's the yellow back cover again. John Spencer and Co. Very nice they are indeed. So there's those 2 from the first series of mystery, and then we go on to this next book, which I'll bring up now, and we can have a little chat about it. Called Hoods Incorporated. There is a little story to this. It is a very rare book. I have rare books. This is probably one of the rarest I have, because no one really knew it was out there. So I had a friend at work, Simon. We were chatting about books the other day, and I was mentioning this book, and he just couldn't believe the story behind it, and he said, "You'd have to do it on one of your videos." So here it is, and this is the book, Hoods Incorporated, by Peter J. Andrews. A fugitive on the run, blasting his way to a terrible vengeance. Now, this is Mystery Series number 2. And this is the second book in that second series of the mystery books. Again, you've got your Badger colophon. And terrific artwork there by Stan Nicholson. No one really knew this book existed. It was listed in the John Spencer listings, which are sometimes unreliable, but it was listed as a book in this series. But no one, and I'm talking about people that really know their stuff, so people like Shane Agnew and Steve Holland, who are really way more experts than I am in this particular field of John Spencer and the Badger book series. Shane Agnew said to me that he'd never even seen a copy. I found this on eBay in a bundle of books, really poorly listed, vintage books, and this wasn't even shown clearly. It was shown in a big pile of books, and I just caught the colophon in the corner, and the words, I think it was just the Hoods Incorporated at this sort of angle. That's pretty much what I saw in the big bundle of books. I think I paid, I don't know, £15 for the whole bundle, the book bundle, probably about 30 books in total. Some nice stuff in there if I remember, but nothing as nice as this. And I had to contact Shane just to try and find out, was I mad when I received the book in the post, because I couldn't find it anywhere. And it then dawned on me that I'd stumbled across something quite nice. It is in pretty good shape. Mystery Series number 2, Hoods Incorporated. Just that bottom bit of the spine, but hey, beggars can't be choosers and all that. And on the back, the usual Badger yellow back cover with John Spencer and Co at the bottom. So, a really hard book to find. I've never seen another copy. I'm very proud to own this. It's not for sale. Don't even bother contacting me. And I've seen the actual. Shane sent me the original artwork, the mock-up artwork for this, and it's quite stunning, really, to see how it changed through that particular process. It was originally going to be a Cobra book, because John Spencer also had a little thing called Cobra, if you're not aware of it. And they just put them in every now and then. For what reason, I'm not entirely sure. But it was supposed to be, it had the Cobra colophon at the top with the basic artwork, with the Hoods Incorporated left blank, which just says title space. But it did turn into a badger. And I was very lucky to get this image. Came out over the last year and a bit, in 2 books. Shane Agnew's John Spencer bibliography number 3, and my particular cover was used in that, and also in Steve Holland's Beyond the Void, which came out I think last year. So yeah, you can see that this actual book in both of those books was all about the history of John Spencer and the history of Badger books. So yeah, there it is, Hoods Incorporated, Peter J. Andrews, stunning artwork, by Stan Nicholson, and a really eye-catching book. And I'm very, very happy. If you could see my smile on my face now, you'd know how happy I was. Anyway, that's it today. Very short one on Badger Books, spy, crime and mystery. Hope you've enjoyed it. Leave a nice comment. Don't leave a horrible one. Yeah, ring the bell and subscribe and all that sort of stuff if you want to see more about my books. I'll be doing loads more over the coming months. So yeah, Badger Books. What a great set. And I need more, because I'm a collector. We need more. Anyway, thanks very much for checking back in with me. I hope you enjoyed the Badger Books little tiny segment. And yeah, I'll hopefully see you all again very, very soon.